Vinod Malhotra, Director Corporate Relations, Jaipuria Group of Educational Institutions, for the address and further extending the vote of thanks. Mr. Vinod Malhotra is retired from Indian Administrative Services after an illustrious career spanning over 39 years. He is an MBA from Leeds, UK, and has worked with organizations in diverse sectors. He has written books in Hindi and English on subjects that have strong relationship with the practice and philosophy of the Gita. He is also a visiting faculty of management institutes and has been delivering lectures on several aspects of Gita and its relevance in all walks of life. Welcome, sir. Huge round of applause, please.
Gentlemen on the dais and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the dais. It's my pleasant duty to, of course, express my vote of thanks, and I do it in glowing terms to the presentation given by the august speakers here, and of course, the great opportunity that you'll have during the course of the day to hear many more words of wisdom. You see, when I look at this subject of the day today, which is HR in the digital area and the transformation that is going to happen, my immediate focus comes on to the first word of HR, which is obviously human resources, but my concern is more about the health part of H. This morning newspaper gave me a very insightful kind of information about how the digitization of the technology is impacting the health of the people. So let me just speak a few words about that. This morning newspaper carried a survey report of lakhs of people across the world, and they said that the technology and the process of digitization is impacting hugely, in a very adverse manner, the life and health of the children. What they're saying is, so we need to take that. So, that's the kind of warning that I want to express, a statutory and non-statutory warning. Are we sort of getting completely smitten by this technology? That's the kind of discordant note. You've heard about, during the course of the day, speaker after speaker will wax eloquent about the advantages of technology. Of course, there are many. And something which is, in any case, we can't wish it away. But are we really sensitive towards the kind of impact it's having? In a classic household, all of you come from a family where you probably have small children. I have my small children, my grandchildren, and the phenomena which has become a regular household, the manner in which technology is penetrated into the household of each and every individual family the world over, a child, even before his eyes are fully open, you find a gadget in his hand. He goes into the washroom along with that gadget and spends twice as much time as he normally would without it. The kind of impact it's having on his health. It's extremely important to understand that HR or technology or any other discipline will not have any kind of a reference or meaning for you unless you look after yourself. You become an important contributor to the overall growth and development of society or business or anything else, so long as you are in the highest and in great spirit of health. So that's the most important part. The second part which I want to share with you, see, there's a word called oxymoron in English language. Oxymoron, some of you must have heard about that. Oxymoron is a phrase which describes a situation where in one sentence two opposite words are used. The example is, make haste slowly. So at one stage you're saying make haste and you're saying slowly. So that's oxymoron. Now that's a kind of an oxymoron reference. We need to look at the technology. We need to look at the entire paradigm of technology and digitization in a manner to make sure that weigh the pros and cons. What we are doing today is we are making haste hastily. You see, a lot of speakers talked about that. If you look at the last 20 years, last 25 years, every second day seems to be different because of technology. And it's extremely unpredictable. VUCA is a word that people have been talking about. What's going to happen tomorrow is completely uncertain. But are we prepared to reconcile ourselves to a situation where we don't even know anything about tomorrow? Which really means that we're not in control of things. So that's the third warning which I want to mention here, that technology is great. But are we getting carried over? Are we being enslaved? Are we being entrapped by this? And this is where the HR role becomes very important. In the debate was in the human resources versus digitization or versus technology, we got to make a choice. Are we allowing technology to become the master, or do we want to become the master? So the process, I think choices are very clear. I don't think anybody